Hey, hey, and shalom. King James Bible University, a place of learning, dedicated solely to what thus said the Lord our God, JEHOVAH, the KJBU, not connected to any Christian denomination, Israelite camp, monastery, Jewish organization, or any other external organization in this world, as there are many. The Word of God is not monetized at the KJBU, the house of the lost sheep of Israel, the house of Jehovah. It's free. We stand exclusively on the 1611 King James Bible with the Apocryphal, the 14 books removed from between Malachi and Matthew in the incomplete 66 version of the King James Bible used elsewhere. All teachings here, whether from elders, evangelists, deacons, or brothers with this banner, are grounded strictly in the instructions and truth found within the complete 81 book version of the 1611 King James Bible alone. Our focus remains on rightly dividing the word of truth as it is written, without addition, subtraction, or outside influence of other worldly doctrines. With that, this is Brother Dwight, and got a bit of a back and forth lesson slash topic about the word appease, and just gonna dive right into it. Top right, looking at the spiritual dictionary, and if I can get this stuff, here we go. So to appease or be appeased is to pacify, calm, comfort, mollify, and reconcile. Over on the left, running this precept, Genesis 32 and 20. Let's get there. Uh, uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Genesis 32 and 20. And say ye, moreover, behold, remember, thy servant Jacob, the supplanter, is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face, that pattern, that appearance, that image. Peradventure he will accept me. This situation came about from Esau wanting to slay Jacob from feeling supplanted. So, same chapter, well, yeah, same book. Heading over to Genesis 27 and 41. Here we go. Starting here. Mm, all right. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing, the wisdom and knowledge given wherewith his father blessed him, clarifying. And Esau said, ah, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Complete thought. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, the supplanter. So, several years later, 12 children, one wife, and three concubines later, Jacob is still, well, Jacob is setting up a situation to appease, so to calm and comfort and pacify his brother's anger, praying and doing the following. Heading over to Genesis 32, starting at 11. Just gonna look at this example. Ah, So, here we go. Genesis 32 and 11. Here we go. Deliver me, I pray thee, for the hand power of my brother from the hand of Esau. Clarifying, for I fear lest he will come and smite me. and the mother with the children. The action taken in order to appease his brother's perceived anger begins here, verse 12. And we're going to run this down to 16. And thou saidst, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. And here we go. And he lodged there the same night, complete thought, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau, his brother. And everything he took to appease his brother, 14. 200 she goats, and 20 he goats, and 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 15 30 milch camels with their colts, 40 kine, and 10 bulls, 20 she asses, and 10 fowls. 16. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by themselves, complete thought, and said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove. This situation illustrates the setup to appease his brother with gifts. So this situation has a few things going on. So let's start with number 1. Leviticus 19:17. Gonna start there. And this is because of Esau. Part B is going to be the focus. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. That's Esau, because he said in his heart. Clarifying, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Misspoke. Part A is the focus. And not suffer sin upon him. Get to that portion later. So, jumping back to part 8 here. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. No hate zone. Here we go. Part B. Talk to them to warn them of the sin that they are committing against God. So, rebuke thy neighbor. Sure, it can feel different or strange, but God is more important, and giving others a fair chance to please God, so appease God. Topic of the lesson. For salvation is the business. That is appeasing, not suffering sin upon them. From here, um, Deuteronomy 16:19. Here we go. Left side, Deuteronomy 16:19. Yeah. And it reads, Thou shalt not rest judgment, complete thought. Thou shalt thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift. Clarifying. For a gift doth blind the eyes to understanding of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous. So, respecting of persons, suffering sin upon them because you're having personal respect for them and are afraid, more afraid of giving that rebuke from the Word of God because you're respecting what they may say and you want to lose save face with them. not doing that. The taking of gift. Jacob laid out band after band as a gift to pacify his brother's anger, to blind him of the past anger that Jacob remembered. Many do this in 2025. Is it you? Are you gifting to hide sin or buy favor? It's impossible and a carnal thought process. Save your soul and money by stopping that practice and talking it out with them, or leaving the situation be and following God and sin no more to satisfy God if it's you. So, yeah, there's that. So, this pacify, following it, it's going to lead us to satisfy. So, to satisfy, to please, which is what Jacob's was doing. Jacob is doing to please Esau. Um, checking out this, actually not that one. Um, heading over to Psalms. I use this one. Psalms 17 and 15. Ah, dog it. There we go. As for me, I will remember thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. So the beauty of righteousness differs from the perspective of the beholder. There is only one true source where righteousness flows from, where few thrive in the light given by the provided sunlight. For many, the righteousness of the sun is not as glorious or beautiful as whatever source the plant is content with dwelling in. Huh. Many prefer that a residual source of the sun's lesser light. Sirach 39:26. And it reads, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of the wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. That water, uh, as we know, knowledge. Proverbs 2:6. Bottom right. For the Lord giveth wisdom, clarifying, out of his mouth, knowledge and understanding. Psalms 33:6 and 7. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, complete thought, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth. Verse 7. He gathered the waters of the sea together as a heap, clarifying, he layeth up the depths in storehouses, those inner parts. Looking at the fire. Oh, where we going with this one? Deuteronomy 4 and 20. That's why I had that one. But the Lord, okay, hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. Isaiah 66:15. Bottom right, Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind out, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Hmm. Looking at the iron, heading over to Psalms 80 and 17. Oh, forgot to mention, this is going to be for that fire. This is going to be for our correction, rebuking the things that we are accustomed to doing, the uh, old ways, rebuking those, correcting those, giving us that uh, correction so that we know how it is to walk in His way. A furnace, basically. And here we go. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay, from here, moving on to the iron. Iron being the strength. Looking at Psalms 80 and 17. Let thy hand be upon the man, male or female, of thy right hand, upon the Son of Man, whom thou madest strong for thyself. That strength. Isaiah 66:16. For about dog it, okay. Oh yeah, okay. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead, contend with all flesh, clarifying, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Now that's strong. And he ain't playing with nobody. We can all die the deaths. Looking at the salt. Salt being the preserver of wisdom. Given that we are speaking on appeasing, are we holding to the world's wisdom or Jehovah's wisdom? Head over to Matthew 5:13. Matthew 5:13, and it reads, Ye are the salt of the earth, clarifying, but if providing the salt, the preserver, have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to cast out, remove it, and to be trodden under foot of men. Deuteronomy 6:24. At the top now. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is this day. putting flour of the wheat, honey, milk together and heading over to Leviticus 20, 22 through 24. Because the flour of the wheat, mm, nah, that's the substance. The honey is the nourishment, and the milk is the simplicity and nurture. So, stated Leviticus 20, 22 through 24. And it reads, Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, clarifying that the land wherewith whether I bring you to dwell therein, spew you not out. 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation, which I cast out before you, removed. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them, hated. 24. But I said unto you, Ye shall inherit the land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey, clarifying, I, the Lord your God, which have separated you from other people. This is the substance provided to nourish the separated body. These statutes and ordinances, these detail the blood of the grape, the lifestyle of the work, which brings joy, healing as oil, and covering. Looking at the remainder of the verse here. Okay, still got a little time left. Sirach 39, 27, 28. All right. Left side, Sirach 39, 27, 28. All these things are for good, pleasant, joyful, edifying, for our desire is righteousness to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. Full stop. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So we see that God made all things and for his satisfaction, even those that are created for his vengeance. Isaiah 55 and 11. Bottom right. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, clarifying, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And that includes those that are created for vengeance. Hebrews 4:12. For the word of God is quick and, let's get this up here, quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow. That's the connecting substance. and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. He see through. He created. He know through and through. Hebrews 1:7. Bottom right, Hebrews 1:7. And let me get this. My bad. And of the angels he saith, who maketh his angels messengers, spirits, and his ministers a flame of fire. So those spirits of vengeance will be instilled in his messengers. Mhm. And that fire, that flame, is also a producer of light. God made his angels to shine through darkness. Luke 11:33. Left side. No man, when he hath lighted the candle, it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick. Candlestick being the children of light, messengers of light, that burning lamp, that they which come in may see, perceive, understand the light. Moving on to the light. Uh, and for a plant, the sun is the natural provider of light for all life that grows on earth. Without the sun, life cannot exist on earth. The people, let your soul glow.
Let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through.
So from here, heading over to Genesis 1:16. Left side. And God made two great lights, differing influential understandings. The greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light, understanding, to rule the night. Clarifying the stars, the messengers, also. So, that furnace, are we going to be a messenger for the daylight or the night? The spirit or the flesh? Matthew 6, uh-huh, 22 and 23. Bottom right. The light, the understanding of the body. So that candlestick is the eye, that understanding. If, providing therefore the eye understanding be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if, providing thine eye, that understanding be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If, therefore, the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Proverbs. Yeah. And this will be the last one for now. So Proverbs 15 and 3. Mm, okay. The eyes, the understandings of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So be good for goodness sake. So with that, until next time, this is Brother Dwight. I thank you for your time. I hope someone was edified. Shalom.